Okay, see you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I did not plan on doing a show tonight at all until my buddy Charlie sent me his music, and I was like, we gotta play this band like right now, tonight. Charlie's on the phone with me. This is the first time I've ever recorded a song like from my phone because his Wi-Fi's not working so well with the Zoom call. So, Charlie, bro, tell us about your band.
It's called the Chemical Messiah Complex. It's kind of like a urban, thrash metal type style, kind of from the Bay Area.
Dude, I've known you, I think, since 7th grade. Is that right?
Yeah, dude, we go way back.
Dude.
Wilsey Wood, right?
No, Wilsey Wood for sure. High school, bro. Like, I remember you used to play in all those, like, concerts back in the day. You were in so many good bands. You're such an awesome singer, songwriter, and, like, just very talented person altogether. Altogether.
Thank you, man. So are you.
No,
so are you, Sebastian.
I appreciate that. So, what's your band's name again? Say it one more time. Chemical Messiah what?
Chemical Messiah Complex.
Chemical Messiah Complex. And he's pretty much...
I have a web page. It's Chemical Messiah Complex. And it's Charlie 8 God. And you could check out the web page. And I have a band mix page, because I'm looking for some band people to play with for the live performances.
Yes.
And you could listen to the music on the band mix page and pretty much stream it.
So you pretty much, you write all your music by yourself. Like you're like the kind of a one man band, but then do you hire artists to like how does it work being like a one man band and doing stuff in a studio?
Well, it helps to have a guy like Juan Ortega from Trident Studio. He is a pretty well-known Bay Area producer. He just worked with Testament and he produced the Last Testament album, and he works with like pretty much a lot of the top artists in the area, and knows everybody kind of from the beginning. And he was able to pull artists, in to help with things, to help with that diversity, but some of the songs I did the bass and all the guitar tracks, and I even did solos. I did all the vocal tracks, all the layers of the vocal tracks. I think that Juan actually threw a little bit of vocal tracks on this one song we have called Swords, Horns, and Pentagrams. But other than that, yeah, we pretty much, Juan is just a master, and it was a really pleasure working with him over at Trident Studios.
I'm really surprised that because I know you're so particular, dude. You are so particular about your music. I'm surprised you put this out there. Don't get me wrong, this is absolutely fantastic. But I'm surprised you were ready because you are very, you care about what you put out there and you don't want to put anything out that's not ready to be put out.
Right. I wanted to have everything in order this time. I felt like in the early years of doing music, being naive and young, signing certain distribution deals that seem really
shady or
everything.
You got to be careful, man, especially with someone like you who's very talented. You really got to be careful about who you're talking to, who you're dealing with. Let me tell everyone something real quick. I haven't talked to Charlie. Last time I remember seeing Charlie was at a Walmart in Vacaville, California. I had walked in and he comes running up I see him as I'm coming in the door. He's like, "What's up, dude?" Do you remember that, bro? Do you remember that time at Walmart when I saw you?
Yeah, man.
And And now...
I think I was getting beer. I was out of beer.
Dude, and you don't even drink anymore.
You know, I haven't drank for a while, but I'm smoking a fatty right now, though.
I remember saying Charlie, I was like, you always had like this crazy look in your eye, like, I'm fucking awesome. And I love that about you, though, bro. Like, I love that about you. You are such an inspiration and should be a staple and inspiration to new musicians because you have the right to be particular because you have been doing. You've been doing this for so long. I remember when you first got. What was the first band you were in? Like in Vacaville.
You know, the first band that I was actually in was a band called Paradigm Shift.
Yes, and I love that name, Paradigm Shift. I remember loving that name.
Yeah.
How did you even get into that band? Because like I don't remember you being into music that much.
You know, what was interesting is I had been into music and had played stuff and was doing a lot of stuff by myself at the time. But see, back then, in those days, all this technology didn't exist. So it was like my first show was at a place in Fairfield called Dings, and I was 13 years old, you know, and I had been playing guitar and studying instruments, you know, ever since I was little, pretty much. And even went through, a chorus and vocal training, and like still to this day, still go back and look at all that stuff, you know. And one of the things I want to say about that Paradigm Shift days, you know, we signed the deal with CD Baby, you know.
Paradigm Shift was a good band, bro. That was a very good band, also.
I want to talk about the CD Baby thing because the thing about CD Baby that a lot of people have to understand is that they end up taking your publishing rights. So whether you realize that or not. And another thing is there's these clauses in their contracts where they could change things or cancel your subscription without any reason at all. Okay, which is could be a big deal. Okay, which I'm not against them. I'm not saying that they're like bad. That could be good for somebody. What I'm saying is you have to really study these things because they're all different applications. And right now, what I'm looking at trying to sign is a deal with a distribution company called AWOL.
Okay.
And they are they only take people that they select. So, and you have to kind of have a certain level. They only get paid if you get paid as well.
I feel like a lot of bands that don't know, they're so excited to get signed that they just kind of sign whatever. And then they do. And then a lot of times when their either band fails or it doesn't get as big as they want, it's like they kind of get screwed at the end of it because they're just like when you're new and you're young and you're 20 years old and you're signed, you don't like. I think a lot of these record labels take advantage of young artist trying to make it big. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. You know, people have like a dream of getting discovered.
Yes.
And becoming famous, like, you know, because everybody wants to win the lottery or somehow just become rich. You know, you look at the farmer and you see the farmer's rich, but what a lot of people don't know is that farmer had to work a really long time to get that. And all farmers don't get rich either, but there are a lot of them that you see. And, you know, it's the same kind of thing. This is a work that you have to do constantly. You know, like AWOL, studying about AWOL and how to try to even get on or even be considered to get on with them, like you have to do a lot of work. And they are going to look at all the analytic stuff about how your growth is happening in every single area across all the social media platforms and everything. And, you know, using these kind of podcasts that you have right here and taking, you know, advantage of this. This is the thing that actually we have that wasn't there that could really make them famous, even though they're not signed and before they ever actually get it, which will end up getting them the deal with AWOL.
Dude, look, I'm going to tell you, I literally, like, so I want everyone to know this, we literally talked just for a few minutes tonight, and I was like, we have to get you on. We have to get you on. Because I'm so booked up this month, and right now, you know, it's Saturday night, and I have some free time. So here's what I want to do. I want to play Chemical Messiah right now, and while we play Chemical Messiah, because you're on my phone, we got to wait the whole song before we talk again. but everyone needs to hear. This is my favorite song by you, by the way, man. I love
Thank you.
this song. So we're gonna go right now. And you're so this is Chemical Messiah. Charlie is an awesome musician, and I fucking love your music, dude. So here we go.
Black out your soul to take away the pain. Try and you try, but the pain
Dude, I love that song, man. I love that song. Okay, so I want you to, you told me about, by Christmas time, right before Christmas time, we were on the phone talking about maybe you coming to Oklahoma City. We talked about this song specifically, okay? What is this song about?
You know, it's funny because the other day I was on this radio show, right? And they asked me that same question. And it was the first time I really thought about it, you know? And,
Okay.
and it was like, it's about like drugs and like chemicals and how we get these drugs and these chemicals, you know, the ones we take on purpose or the ones that we're forced in our environment or they're forcing through the government, you know, kind of powers or whatever.
Right.
And, you know, and I was looking at the songs and kind of like really looking at it at that point. And I was like, you know, it's like about the government and how people are like believe every single thing that they say. And, you know, like when I was young, like people, they were told that marijuana was bad, you know, and it was before
Right.
there was any kind of legalization. And people really just believed it even though they knew that it really wasn't bad just because the government said it was.
So everyone, everyone should realize by now, and this is not a political podcast at all, but everyone should know by now the government lies to you and they feed you false propaganda and give you fake news on both sides of the spectrum, and mental suffocation is a perfect name for that song and your band because of how you think. I love it, dude. I love it.
And so, like, I was thinking that, like, it's kind of, like, about that kind of control that they have, you know, over us. And it's not really making it's not taking a side. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
It doesn't take a side because this is, like, a metal type of style. And, like, it's different because, you know, death happens. And death is just as important as life.
That's right. By the way, my wife's here for the first time tonight. Say hi, babe.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
She's here for the first.
Good.
She's here for the
Nice.
first time on the podcast, and
Hell yeah.
you know what?
And I really love what he's saying.
Yes. Oh, that was a mental suffocation. Sorry, that was Chemical Messiah. I didn't mean to say.
Right. No, I was talking about Chemical Messiah still. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
when you break down Chemical Messiah, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's all kind of the same thing in there, you know. Mental suffocation, you know, that one is a really interesting one. And I guess we'll get to that one. We'll get to that when you play it.
We're gonna play Infected next, and then
Nice. Ooh.
yeah,
That's a good one.
You like that one? You like that one?
Yeah, I like that one. I really do. That one's the one that really hits home right now for what's all happening because, I mean, some of the lyrics in that song are just, I would love to see the music video, and we are working on that right now. We actually are in the talks with a director by the name of Mike Sloat. He's out of the Bay Area. He does the videos, a bunch of videos for a bunch of top people. Like he's got some Machine Head videos and all sorts of Testament videos. And he works in the movies too as well. He's kind of just in everything. You know, he's a real good director.
Yep.
And we should do a video soon.
You know, I could just do a talk show with you and have no music because you and I just have a great
A natural flow.
because we're both from fucking Vacaville, bro. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Like Vacaville, I talked about this about Content the other night on our podcast. The Vacaville bands, you remember it. You remember it, bro. From like 1999 to 2001, Vacaville was like the best music scene ever in the world of music. I mean,
yeah,
right?
But, you know, when you look at Oklahoma, man, and you look at some of the stars that came out of Oklahoma over the years, especially country-wise.
And you know what? I want to do another podcast with you where we share your country songs.
Yeah, you know what, and that's definitely going to be something that I'm going to end up having happen too, because one of those things we're talking to young musicians about, right? Even though it seems like, oh shoot, there ain't no money there, right? It's like, but see, no other people have ever been able to get this famous, technically, because of how technology has. So when you spread your stuff anywhere and everywhere, and you also could multiply the kind of genres you're actually putting out, like by putting something like country out or anything like that, and you just increase your size. Your country
music that you play is literally really, it's you know, the hard rock you play is awesome. Your country music that you play, I live in Oklahoma now, dude, but your country music, right? Your country music though, dude, is just as good as your rock music. I mean, it is very, very, very good. But look, so we might have to do like 2 podcasts tonight, like I did with Malcontent, part 1 and part 2, because because we might have to. We got 4 songs to go through from this, but we only got like 20 minutes left already. So,
I have this story I want to tell you too about what Juan had told me. What Juan told me about when he was younger, when he had to try to fight for the music.
Okay.
So maybe we could talk about that when you come back, or
we'll do it, dude. We'll do it. Let me play Infected real quick. Okay. Let me play Infected real quick. Because I don't know if I've heard this song. I don't know if I've heard this one song yet. I've heard 2 of your songs from this. I don't know if this is one of them. Let me play this, and then we'll keep on talking, because I love, you and I have the best conversations ever. So,
yeah.
Let me play this song, and then we'll see what happens, and we'll probably do a 2 podcast series. We'll see what happens. But here is, and then after this song, we're going to play Mental Suffocation. So, let me play this right now. This is Infected, Charlie William Jocabs, right here.
Chemical Messiah Complex, Charlie ain't God.
There you go. Here we go.
Slowly becoming what you Infected society objectifying you. Slowly becoming what you hate. Slowly becoming what you hate. We are still the dying young, ripping out the vacant tongues. Slowly becoming what you hate. Clench your fists so hard they break. Brutality, torture, die from the sound. Infected society, burn the village down. Beat down and grind it up, stab through and through. Infected society objectifying you.
Dude, where do you come up with this stuff, man?
Dude, you know what's so crazy is that song right there. When we started this song right here, I was actually with one of my buddies, and his name's Todd Chicus.
Okay.
You probably know Todd Chicus. He actually has a band called Monster Man and stuff, and we were kind of doing that band until we actually made a song. I helped do a song with him. It's a title track to that band called Monster Man. But it was interesting because there was all different lyrics, and then he decided to kind of go a different direction, and I ended up going through and have to kind of do lyrics throughout the song.
Uh-huh.
And it was really interesting, though, how it changed. And then it was looking at everything that's happening, talking about cutting off the nose despite the face, And
I don't know if I'm biased. To me, your songs are just I don't know if it's the Vacaville, Northern California sound that I'm biased to. I don't know. And I do know that because I'm from Northern California, and people don't understand how we grew up with the music scene. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and when I was a kid, right, we're right here by the Bay Area, right, where Metallica and Megadeth and some of these dudes who were in the beginning of pioneering the Bay Area thrash scene, and it's a trip because you're right, we were immersed in a Sacramento music culture,
right,
and this Bay Area music culture as well, because we were in the center. We're in that Central Valley, right?
Dude, we so were, especially where we lived in between Sacramento and the Bay Area, the music from how we grew up, man, where we were at our time in our lives. Because what are you, 37, 38?
38.
Okay, I'm 38 too. And so, where we grew up in our lives at that particular time with music, with Papa Roach getting famous and the shows at Three Oaks, it's like a memory and a feeling that no one could take away from us. Even with your band playing Paradigm Shift back then, it was called when you were in Paradigm Shift, no one could take that feeling away from us. In fact, I remember seeing you play at Stars. Wasn't it a battle of the bands you played at Stars, the bowling alley?
Oh, funny you brought that up, dude, because so I got a funny story about that. So, like, I never got to play there. I never got to play there again after that, okay? Let me explain why. So, here's what happened. We ended up setting up this show, right, with the thing. I go and I promote this show, right, and I promoted the hell out of this show. Like, I went all over the place. I, like, took flyers from all the way from Vallejo. I went to schools all over the place, from Vallejo all the way down to freaking, where was it, as far as, like, Davis, right? And so we said, oh, yeah, because they had this thing where they were going to give, like, each kid, like, it was like a stayover type thing where it was going to go through the night, and they were going to give them, like, pizza and all this stuff. Well, like, so many kids came that there was, like, a huge line, like, wrapping the entire place. It completely sold out, like, right, like, hell, like, quick. It was, like, crazy. Like, so instantly this place is, like, so fucking packed. So then the people that put this on, they're like, dude, we can't do this. We can't even let this many kids in. Like, we're capacity's crazy. Like, and they got mad at me for doing it and was like, oh, you couldn't do that.
Well, the thing is about you is you've always been a promoter. Like, whether it's you or another band, you promote. I remember you running around promoting Paradigm Shift. Like, you were just so excited about it, dude. Like, you were so excited, and I think people loved that.
What's funny is Malcolm can't, like, we had, like, this little thing where we would get shows and we put all these things up, and then we'd see, like, the Malcontent dudes, like, putting up ones, too, and it was just funny because we would all do the same kind of little thing back when we were kids.
You know what I want?
It was like,
you know what I want to do, dude? I want to play these two songs back to back real quick, end this podcast, and then do a part 2 with your country music. How does that sound?
Not the country music, because it's not ready. And
not tonight, another night.
You see, because you don't see one of the things too, it's kind of like these other, so the music has other artists attached to things, right?
Okay.
And just like Juan is attached, and actually Todd's a little bit attached because that last song he kind of actually wrote that very first, the intro and the outro to that on the guitar lines. I performed it on the recording. I performed it and I perfected it, but he helps write those 2 parts. And like I told him, I was giving him that credit for that. And so what it is too is that when I did the country songs, right, I was doing it with my buddy from a band called Skin Lab, and his name's Snake. Real name, his name is Steve Green. And we got together during, like, this period of time when I was kind of like getting off of drinking alcohol. I was kind of in a little dark period. I even stopped doing music for
Do you think that being in a dark period helps you lyrically? Like, do you thrive off of lyrics and writing music? Because I know you're married, you have kids. Do you think, like, in a dark period you write better music, or do you feel like you write music the best whenever you just get in your head? Like, it doesn't matter if it's a dark period or a good period.
I think it depends on the listener. When it comes down to it, the only thing that matters is the fan. And so that's where we get into that diversity of music. Like, myself, I want to try to, like, do something that is very, like, similar, actually. Like, I want to kind of have this, like, thrash kind of vibe and, like, kill something out like that where I'm doing this kind of style. But when you look at the listener and you look at the actual fans, I think that they start to want you to actually venture off into some other kind of styles as well. That's why I think Juan really loves this project, because he don't actually see this as thrash metal. And when I've talked to him about it, I'm like, this is thrash metal. It's not really thrash metal.
Okay, I would not say it's thrash metal myself either. It's because it's not. I'd say it's just hard rock. It's metal, but it's like hard rock. I wouldn't say it's thrash metal, because to me thrash metal is like punk and like death metal mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like, my intro song is kind of like, it's like thrash metal. I would put you into hard rock, soft metal. Like there's a metal, definitely a very metal edge to it. But I would say it's more hard rock, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, thrash to me is not what you do. Thrash to me is a little bit different.
I think it is. It's a thrash progressive. But the thing is
I can go with thrash progressive.
And like artistically, it's very analytically and poet. You know, like a lot like Tupac. Like, you know, the approach to things like more like Tupac.
Okay.
You know, I did study that. You know, I studied a lot about music and writing and pretty much performing arts. You know, my entire life. Of the biggest.
I'll say this, Charlie. You are a very interesting person. A very well-spoken, a very musically inclined person. And everyone who gets to know you, like, I'm lucky that I know you personally in real life. We haven't talked, obviously, for a while, besides us finally reconnecting on Facebook. And I didn't even recognize you with your hair turned from blonde to red, so that was weird.
I don't even know what happened, dude.
It's so weird. But here's what we're going to do. We only have one. I want to do a second podcast, but I want to do your country music. So we have one more song to play tonight because we only have 7 minutes left. Do you want to do Cadence of Death or do you want to do Mental Suffocation? I love Mental Suffocation, by the way. But it's on you.
I say let's do Mental Suffocation.
All right. We'll do Cadence of Death when we do the country one. To start it off, so we're still rock and roll, and then we'll do the country ones after that. Let's do Cadence of Death.
I'm not sure when the country one's going to quite be able to be done, though.
That's fine. Hey, you brother.
The reason why is because I have to get a hold of Snake and see Snake Green, right? We got to finish that.
Hey.
We're kind of in the middle of that. But he's also working on an album for 2 different bands.
Hey. Here's what we're going to do. We'll do it when we do it. I'm going to play Mental Suffocation right now. Mental Suffocation. This song is, I do know this song is dope. I'm going to play it right now. Let's go.
In my mind was just a dream. I've been brainwashed. I'm a product of society. I can't control my idle hands. When death and destruction become just like shaking hand. In my mind I'm fading into the black. The world is so addicting, I cannot fight it. Evolving adaptations into the mind. When evil propaganda is justified, they know I cannot read it between the lines. My world is falling down and I can't wait to hit the ground. My walls are closing in when I'm in the darkness and I am fading. And I know in my mind I'm fading. In my mind I'm fading into the black. Mental suffocation, driving me crazy again. Feeding the darkness within our minds. I died when the darkness kept me alive. Shadows of darkness are clouding the way. Chalk lines are lining the dead where they lay. Feeble society molding their brains. Hollowing hatred that feeding their pains. My world is under collapse.
Okay, I'm going to tell you one thing, dude. You're fucking on to something, and that is what matters. Do we literally have 1 minute left only? Let everyone know how to find your music right now. I know you're not on iTunes yet. How can they find you? Give me your website. Give them whatever you have.
Charlie William Jocabs Facebook, and I have Chemical Messiah Complex artist page, Charlie 8 God, and it's like Charlie and 8, the number 8, God.
I love that the fact that you did this randomly tonight, dude. And you know what? We're about to hang up here in about 30 seconds, but I want to let you know, don't hang up the phone, though. Stay on the phone with me, okay?
No, dude, it's all good. I want to say something about something. I want to say I love Oklahoma, and I love the people out there in Oklahoma. I wish I could actually be in Oklahoma, and I love all the artists that come out of Oklahoma, country music and stuff. It's just like amazing. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, we gotta go. We gotta go. But hold on, stay right there on the phone.
Dude.